Secret to changing your reality. How you can change where you are today to where you want to go. How can you have that shift in reality? And what is the secret to doing that? So, if I talk about my own background, I had a finance background. I worked really hard living in London, building my career in finance. I worked for top investment banks. This is when I felt like, oh, I made it. I worked so hard. I had no guidance, I had no support, I had no financial support, and I was working on myself to consistently grow so that I can keep being promoted in this career in finance. And I worked really hard. And when I got into investment banks, that's when I thought I made it. That's when I thought, oh, this is it. This is my secret to happiness. Only realizing afterwards how miserable I was feeling, how miserable I was making money with something I was not passionate about. So I found myself in that trap of working so hard for so many years doing something I'm not passionate about. Because in my mind, by buying into other people's conscious and unconscious belief and conditioning, thinking that working in investment banks is the answer to solving all your problems. From my family, everybody said, wow, this is amazing. You work in London in investment bank? Amazing. Wow, your life is amazing. Not really knowing the truth of how I was feeling, not really knowing how I was feeling so not myself, unhappy, feeling lost and empty. And I knew that every single day. But I kept going because I could not see how I can change my reality, how I can shift. I thought maybe the next promotion will make me happy. Maybe changing different corporate jobs will make me happy. Working for different banks will make me happy. And guess what? Nothing made any difference. I kept feeling exactly the same way, regardless of the money, regardless of the promotion, regardless of which investment bank I worked for. So then, why was I feeling like that? I was feeling like that because I was doing something that I was not passionate about. I was doing something that my soul was not calling me to do. And this is where shifting the reality to match who you are comes in. So, how did I shift that? As I was not aware what I can do to change my life, I always loved the idea of business. I loved when I saw people doing their own business, having that financial freedom, that freedom of time to be able to work from anywhere. I loved that idea. And I wanted to do something for myself, but I had no idea what. So I looked into fashion because fashion really fascinated me. I looked into makeup, skincare. I looked into properties. I love homes. So I was like, maybe I could do property business. But I didn't have enough funds to do property business. And there were a lot of ways you could do property business, but I just didn't feel the drive to do that. I felt a lot of resistance. Even in fashion, I just felt like there's so much element I don't feel called upon. I don't feel like I want to do that. So I didn't feel that calling. How I came into this was really, I did not choose this. This path really chose me. It chose me because I was consistently seeking what is my purpose, what will fulfill me, what will make me truly happy. I was consistently seeking that. So I kept trying to find the way, even though I didn't know what was the way. I had no idea what was the way. to feel completely fulfilled. I had no clue. I only came aware of this path only last year when I felt this strong pull towards this feeling that how I am evolving, how I have transformed, how I have worked on myself. What if I could teach that to people? What if I could share that with people? And I was already doing YouTube as a hobby for a while because I felt very connected to sharing my thoughts. And I felt like this is the way to share my thoughts, my insight, my awareness with people. But really, in terms of thinking how I can help people, how I can transform people, how I go into healing, energy healing, and helping people to heal themselves so they become aligned to who they are, so that they can let go of the lies they have been living, so that they can be completely in this embodiment of who they are. That only came last year. And the reality shift really happened when I started seeing myself changing and transforming people. When I started seeing that it is possible for me. When I actually believed that. Because I have seen a lot of coaches from number of years, and I worked with coaches for a number of years, but I could not see myself doing what they were doing because that didn't felt aligned to me. But this healing emotional wounds, building that resilience to keep going, keep moving forward, to be aligned to do true self, I felt like this is what I was meant to do. And I saw myself in that identity. So the reality shifts when you shift your identity, how you see yourself in that being of who you are. Being in 9 to 5 job actually was doing 9 to 7 or 9 to 8, really, not 9 to 5. Being in that job, doing that, working for somebody else, building somebody else's business, working so hard at it, and it's still not feeling valued or accepted, made me realize, what am I doing with myself? I am helping somebody to build their business and not even being recognized in that, and feeling like it is not enough, and feeling lost and empty, unfulfilled and unhappy, made me realize this is not who I am. My identity is that I am doing something and that is making an impact. Even if it's helping one person, I am actually making a difference in that one person's life. That is my identity. That's what I believe. And I knew that from my core, but because of the social conditioning, the collective consciousness really kept me in that fear, that doubt, that what if? What if I'm not able to do what I desire? What if I fail? What if? And that what if kept me in this negative loop and did not allow me to leave this space and really embody my true self. So in order for you to change your reality, you have to embody and identify yourself as that person in the now, in this moment. I see myself somebody who is changing people's life. I see that, I feel it, I believe it to my core that I'm helping people. That I am somebody who does healing and I am very good at healing. I am very good at collapsing limiting beliefs. I am someone who can help people to see beyond their limitations because I see their limitless version. I see it, I know it, and I believe it. So I am able to help people collapse their blind spots, their limitation, their limiting beliefs, their doubts, their fear, because I see it and I can heal it and I can help them collapse that. Because of that, I was able to embody this identity of who I am today, of having this spiritual business, because God is with me in this. God is my CFO of this business. I'm not working on my own. I am not somebody who feels that I am building this business and I am the one who's doing it. I see that God, creator of all that is, the highest source, the universe, is helping me throughout this process. Without God, I am not able to do what I'm doing. So that's a huge part of my business, working with God, working with creator of all that is. And this is how I see myself and my journey in this entrepreneurship. So in order for you to shift your reality, embody the version where you want to go in the moment today. That is the secret to transforming your life. See yourself as the CEO now. You do not need somebody else's agreement or a paper to call you a CEO. You do not need somebody else to give you that delegation, that role for you to feel like a CEO. You have to believe that you are a CEO of your life, of your business, of your career. You are the one who's leading. You are the one who's deciding. You are the one who's shifting. You are the one who's making the decisions of which direction your life is going to go. Nobody else has the right to do that for you. You have the right to call yourself who you want to be. You don't have to wait for somebody else's permission to change your reality. You don't have to ask somebody's permission because you know the truth of who you are. You know where you want to go. So if you know where you want to go, what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Who needs to give you permission to step into that version today? If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So see yourself as that version who has everything that you desire, everything that you want, and embody that version today. Feel it, be it, act like that version. Be the CEO of your life. Whatever you want to do, how you want to come across, what is your purpose? How do you want to really embody that information? It is in your hand. I waited longest time for other people to define who I am, not knowing I have the power to define who I am. Nobody holds that power. I do not give that permission to anybody to define who I am. I am unavailable for anyone who defines me anything that I'm not. I know who I am and I define who I am. It comes with belief, intuition, and trust in God, creator of all that is. That's why I got into this spiritual side of things, working with healing, working with people and helping them to evolve and become conscious of the change and the shift that is possible for them so that they can see themselves, the truth of who they are, instead of the lies that they have been living. I have always been the truth seeker, and that's why this space is very natural to me. Healing wounds, healing deeper issues and pain that people are going through so that they can let go of the lies, so that they can embody the truth. So realize it is in your hand to change your reality. Become the identity that you desire today. Not in 6 months' time, not in a year time, not in 5 years' time, but today, in this moment. feeling and embodying that information completely and fully so that you can lead your life in that way, so that everything becomes easy and effortless for you. You have the power to change and shift that for you. I hope you found this video useful. And the next thing I want you to really know is that I have a free masterclass that talks about emotions and why you are suffering with emotional pain and how to really overcome, and what are the really secrets which really made you to suffer with this consistent emotional pain. So if you would like to understand emotions better and understand why you're struggling, then do check out the free masterclass below, and like this video if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. And may the light in me reaches the light in you.